What up, people? It's your boy TB and your boy Fishing. We here live. It's been a while since I've seen all you guys. Jay, you look just as beautiful since the last time I saw you. But guys, literally what we're doing today is we're going to start in this SEC show. And the main things that we're going to talk about is SEC type stuff. We got a few things going on. We'll have different segments here and there. The next one will have real segments just because this is SEC championship week. But first thing that I wanted to start out with, and I'm going to let Fishin, if he's good to go, I'm going to let him start out with it. Do you want to hit us with some transfer portal news, recruiting, or head coaching news?
I can hit you with all of it. Most
Okay,
of it.
that's fine.
Everything
Well,
that's in here.
which one do you want to start out with first? Because what I'll do is I'm gonna let you start with one, and when you're finished, then we'll switch back. I'll kind of hit us with some stuff, and then we'll go back, let you hit the second thing.
Okay. Do you want to talk about these head coaches and which ones you think are good and bad?
I'm down with it. Yeah, you want to go down the list?
Yeah. So first one, Matt Rule to Nebraska, which I think that's dynamite hire.
Me too.
Nebraska's automatically going to be way better. The recruiting is going to pick up, and for Matt Rule to not have to go back into coaching automatically straight from the Panthers, I think they're going to give him exactly what he needs to succeed there. So I think that's one of the best hires that I've seen so far.
Agree. What's up, BA? What's up, Sir UGA Fishing? Jay Shipes, Nuck Tuck. Who else was in here arguing earlier? Or they were arguing, they were just talking crap. Yeah. Yeah, sorry y'all. I've been away. What's up, Nature Boy? It's just basketball season is here and your boy is crazy busy. What's up, Joey Foster? Just your boy is crazy busy. And I finally have been able to make time. And so we in there. But you were talking about the Matt Rule hire. I think that is an A+ hire for them. You have somebody who in the NFL his first 2 seasons, or his last 2 seasons, I should say, won, I think, a total of 6 games.
Yeah, he was terrible in the NFL.
Jay Shipes, no, you're not the first person to ask that, but this is not America's Top Model. There is one of the people on there that does look like me, though. So, yeah, he was, but it doesn't matter. Like you said, you're automatically going to have better recruiting because what does that do for you now? Okay, this guy knows how to get there. He knows people. He has connections. He's going to be able to bring in a good staff. Anything that you ask. What's up, Jacob Watson? But let's move on, though. Give me the next one. What else you got, big dog?
Well, so real quick, though, the rumor is coming out of the offensive coordinator for South Carolina and Rattler going there. Just wanted to put that out there. Have you heard that?
No.
There's a lot of stuff we're going to talk about because there's a lot of rumors and news, and we'll just kind of go through it. But that is one of them. Yeah, that's one of them, which would be crazy.
I'm very curious to see that.
Yeah.
Yes. Very curious.
And speaking of the Big Ten, the Big Ten West, Wisconsin hiring Luke Fickell, I think that's probably the second best hire. And
yes, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think both of those programs are going to immediately bring up the Big Ten West because the Big Ten West is doo-doo. We got Michigan playing Purdue this weekend in a championship game. It's not good. It's not good.
But I do like that you say that, though, being able to bring their conference up. They have struggled with that. But, great for them. Those are actually really great hires. I know there's a lot of random coaches that go here and there, but finally, everybody's been waiting to see where Luke Fickell goes. And I think for him, moving to a Power 5 school is good. That's really good. But he played it smart. He didn't go somewhere where the expectations are through the roof. He went somewhere where he can build it up. Exactly what he did at Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I give him props for that. We'll say that. I give him that's respect. What's up, Papa Shrimp?
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a damn good hire. So maybe we won't see these blowout championship conference championship games in the Big Ten anymore. Maybe we won't see Iowa and Purdue in there every year. Maybe it'll be a good Nebraska team, a good Wisconsin team.
It's a great point. Great point.
That's I am excited for that. I'm excited to see what they do. The portal is going to be Litsky this year, so they're going to be getting at it hard. Pause.
Jay Shipes, bro. He's stupid though. But
These men
yeah,
just want to
man.
clown since you back, bro. They just want to clown around.
Yes. Now, so I will say this though. Uh, Coaching news. I saw that Todd Monken is one of 7 coordinators who are being looked at right now as a finalist for best assistant coach of the year. And I think me and you had this talk, previously in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing what he has done with Stetson at quarterback and managing that, that's why I give it to him. It's not like he's got some Max Duggan or somebody out here throwing, 400-yard games and throwing deep balls left and right. Like this man is having to create amazing, gorgeous football with mediocrity. Like, and I hate that.
Yeah,
I'm not dogging Stetson. He's a great average quarterback, but that's just
yeah.
yeah, the
It's props to
Broyles Award. You're
Munkin
right,
for
Jay.
sure, man.
You're right.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I
that's why
mean,
he has 2 raises coming up. He has a $300,000 raise at the end of this year, and then another one at the end of next year.
yeah, they
He'll
trying
be
to keep that man. They don't want him going nowhere because he if he wants to go, he could go. But
agreed. And if he
so
wants to stay for 8 years, he could stay.
Kirby will
He
let him
could he
stay.
could be what Kirby was to Saban for
Yeah,
us.
yeah, definitely could be.
Yeah.
Definitely could be. Or Brent
Uh,
Venables. Yeah, for sure.
yes. But anyway, yeah, my bad. Go ahead. What you got next?
Um, so A&M's firing the offensive coordinator.
Ooh.
Thank God. They've been terrible. Now I don't know how much control he's had over that offense, really, because Jimbo's kind of that guy.
Yeah.
Like it's Kirby's defense, even though he's got Muschamp. But so I don't know. I don't know if he's all that bad. I think it's more Jimbo. That's just my opinion. But they're letting him go. I don't know who they're going to go after. But who knows, man?
Well, knowing that they have money is great, but now let's also add to it. And we can get into some transfer portal. Actually, we'll say this. I want to speak about the SEC championship game just a bit, and then we need to talk about some transfer portal news. But all the stuff going on at Texas A&M right now behind the curtains, well, not anymore. That's out in the open.
Yeah.
Makes it harder for somebody to want to go there and be the offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
It
that's a
doesn't
good
matter
point.
if they have a lot of talent. It doesn't matter if they still have talent. It's the fact that something is going on. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Nobody wants to go into a dumpster fire, even if the money's good, the program's high profile. You don't want to just go in there and just be shell shocked with all kinds of just baggage, basically. That's
agreed.
because that's what A&M is right now. It's just baggage.
Agreed. I agree completely. Facts, Nature Boy. Something equals Jimbo. Okay, so let's talk some SEC championship game coming up. We got Georgia versus LSU. I'm excited. I told this to a few people. Georgia is 1-3 in the last 4 SEC championship games they've played in under Kirby. So even though Kirby's been, very good for us, we feel we've struggled in SEC championship games, and I
And 2
love
have
it.
been to Bama. 1 has been to
Yes,
LSU.
exactly. And so for me, I think the reason it excites me is coming off of a national championship, people go, well, it's really tough because, your team's really, it's, the championship hangover. Kirby has been able to use, well, you lost the SEC championship as an excuse or as a justification method, I guess, to get his team hyped up. Like, hey, look, I don't care how good you are. I don't care how good you were last year. You still lost the SEC championship. I've only got one of them since I've been here. You've been here 4 years. You only got one of them. Everybody tells you you're so good, but you've got
Mm-hmm.
one SEC champ. Like he's he's hyping them up, and I feel bad for LSU. I do. I feel bad.
Why you feel
Georgia's
bad for them?
because Georgia has played Bo Nix, AR-15, Spencer Rattler, Hendon Hooker, and I'm trying to think another 4 quarterbacks that, in my opinion, are better than Jaden Daniels. But Jaden
Yeah.
Daniels plays on a better team than all of them. So all I'm saying is, if those 4 guys struggled against Georgia's, schemes and being able to mix stuff up and make mistakes, I just have a feeling that Jaden Daniels is in for he's in for it.
Yeah, and he's got some kind of minor, well, I say minor, we don't really even know, but he's got some kind of ankle injury, so he's not going to be able to run around as much probably in this game. And that's even worse because that's where he really hurts you. And he just doesn't throw it that well. I mean, not enough to beat Georgia, that's for sure.
It's very true.
The running game is not elite, not terrible, but it's not elite. The defense is pretty good. But man, I just don't see any way. I don't see any way that they're going to beat Georgia or even make it close.
No, and Sir UGA brings up a good point. He said LSU isn't a good team. Come on, and he's injured as well. I'm not saying I'm not saying they're a great team. I think
Very
they're a good
talented team.
team because their roster is full of stars, like all across the board. Them beating Bama was big for them, but how they've played this whole season. So it's like now, hey, that wasn't GBD. That was me, Joey Foster, that said that. I had people pissed off at me.
Yeah, they hope that. Yeah, are y'all gonna blow
Yeah.
it this year in the SEC championship to make the playoff?
Well, and I think this is the part too. I don't think it was that they laid down to let Bama in the playoffs,
No.
Joey. I think it was more Georgia knew they were already in, and they didn't want to waste all their, I guess you say, weapons or energy on playing a game that doesn't. It didn't. I'm not saying it didn't matter, but it's like if you
They were
lose
getting
to
in anyway.
yes, and if you lose
Yeah.
to them, bro, and then turn around and have to play them again, like it is what it is. But I
It's the
love
same
that.
case for this game, but I'd never even believe that though. I mean, I don't think if you have a chance to knock Bama out the playoff and you purposely don't do it, I just don't believe that. I think any team in the country, if
Yeah,
you gave them the chance, beat them now, and you don't got to play them ever again, and you're still going to be in the playoffs, you're going to beat them right now.
but I think last year though, Bama was getting in even if we beat them. Because remember, right there at the end, before we played them, literally the same day, Oklahoma State lost. They were number 4,
Yeah,
and
but
it was like, oh snap, Oklahoma State lost, and it's like, well then if we beat Bama, they're not pushing them out of the play. But anyways, away from that, I will say Georgia just seems to really be the most talented team, and just like when everybody thought Tennessee, what's up, Macklin? Just like whenever we saw Tennessee was really strong, and everybody's like, oh, Georgia's going to have to do this and that. Georgia went out there and played them the same way, didn't change up anything, and just whooped their tail. Like,
yeah.
so I don't know. I see this game being a fun game for Georgia. Am I happy that we beat Kentucky 16-6? Am I happy that we played really vanilla against some of these teams? Yes, because now our players have had to play all 4 quarters the last 3 or 4 games in a row. We're not beating teams 56-7 and getting to sit out the whole second half and now getting punched in the mouth when we play against, So now that I think about it, I'm more happy about that. At the time, I was a little frustrated.
And I was going to say, I mean, y'all have looked suspect at times this year.
Yes.
And I even said, even against Georgia Tech, it was not perfect at all. And so that does concern me a little bit. But at the same time, like Georgia is not going to go into a big time game and not bring everything that they got and not play on their game. So that's the thing that really just throws that out the window for me. But at the same time, like you were saying about the Bama thing, and they're going to go to the playoff no matter what. If they lose this game, it will get blown out anything. So I can see the point where they may not be 100% like that, but I just think in the playoffs and in games like this, Georgia should be putting everything all on the line.
I could see
and not playing
Kirby
down in
in
competition.
that. I do agree with. I could see Kirby. What's up, Waukee? I've been all right, Waukee. We just been away for a little bit. We back though. But I could see Georgia in this game doing what they did to Tennessee, getting up a good bit and then just shutting it down. Not even trying to score 60 point. You know what I mean? Get up 28-3 and then just like, all right, we did just save it. Because there's no point in getting somebody hurt trying to win by 40 instead of 21.
Yeah, I agree with that too. And that's what Georgia does really for the most part. Unless it's a big time game, they're just going to try to get up and play hard-nosed defense on you and keep you from scoring. And then you're screwed then. If you let Georgia get up on you, has anybody came back on Georgia or close to it? I don't think so. It's when people get up on Georgia early and then Georgia has to come back because they kind of just didn't lay it on all the way in the first half.
The only time somebody has ever come back, and I know this isn't going to surprise you, sir.
Bama.
Yes.
And net.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Georgia got up. We whooped their tail the whole first half, got up by, I think, 10 or 13, maybe even 2 touchdowns.
They
And then
flop quarterback.
Kirby shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, no, like he's not going to give up, Kirby. But to me, that's what made Kirby step his game up. I heard in a press conference the other day, he said that his goal there as a team, they want to score 38 points a game. They feel the way college football is now, if you score 38 in a game, then that's a win. Now, when your defense is averaging holding people to 12 points a game, but I like that
Yeah.
the offense doesn't think that way. Oh, well, we just got to score 13 points.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not worried about the defense. Like they'll do their thing. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I guess real quick before we go into some transfer portal news, which I'm excited to talk about, especially one particular team. But give me your prediction for this Georgia LSU game.
You want a score prediction?
Uh,
I mean,
you,
it's no secret, right? Like I think Georgia's going to win this game. Like we're talking about though, I don't think Georgia's going to put it on. I think Georgia will score maybe about 30 points and hold LSU to about 17, something like that. Maybe like a 31-17 type of game.
I could see that. I'm the type to say first half, it's probably going to be 21-3 or 21-7.
Yeah.
And then I could see second half him just letting the second string go out there and knowing Brian Kelly, just cause, and I don't like Brian Kelly. He's the type that's going to try to score as many trash touchdowns as he can.
Oh hell yeah!
To make it look good.
This is also to be noted. Brian Kelly, is it 0-3 or 0-2 against Georgia?
Oh
Notre
yes,
Dame.
going back to yeah.
And not only that, but let's think about this too. Brian Kelly never wins the big game. Never wins the big game.
They're gonna bring that up too, bro.
And
Man.
I said this too. I think I might be wrong, so somebody let me know. But I believe that Notre Dame, or with Brian Kelly, Notre Dame was winless in New Year's Six games. I think.
Yeah.
I think
I've heard Lou talk about that.
So
what's up, Lou Walker?
Just putting that out there. This is a big game for them. And they got destroyed by A&M last week, and they knew they really couldn't win that, or they couldn't lose that game, because that was their last ditch effort to the playoff, and they could have got in, because now you'd be looking at number 5 Ohio State, number 6 Bama, LSU maybe at 7 or vice
either
versa.
Or. Yes, yes, agree.
So they just blew that and losing to the worst team in the SEC. I mean,
yeah, but I do see Brian Kelly coming at it with this game can we give him credit though? First year as an SEC coach, your SEC championship appearance, bro. And you beat Bama. I don't care if it's Bama's down year. Bama's been rebuilding the last 4 years. Like, I don't want to hear that. Like,
no, it is impressive what he's done, and he's a good coach. But that's what I'm saying, though. These big games, though, is what I would be worried about.
Joaquin says you're going to get LSU's best shot. I think UGA wins, but it could be within a touchdown. I could see us getting LSU's best shot, but I do see the third and fourth quarter being the crucial, because LSU has the talent to go all 4 quarters to Georgia. That's the part that people forget. Kentucky doesn't have that. Georgia Tech doesn't have that. There are a lot of teams that don't have that depth, but we know they have it.
They just don't have the offense, in my opinion. Now, and do you remember those scores of those Notre Dame Georgia games? 21-17. I think that was the score both times, wasn't it? It was very similar.
Maybe kind of one we had to kick it. Yeah.
It was very similar both times. Maybe 24-21 or 24-7. I don't know, but it was the same exact type of game both times.
Yeah. So if one of y'all could look that up in the chat, appreciate that. Find out. I know, Joaquin, that's the tough part. But I think for me, Joaquin, even though I agree with you on that, I disagree a bit. Georgia does not pass the ball downfield. Georgia will take a shot here and there, but I'm curious to see how Georgia uses Darnell and Brock, because these last 2-3 games,
they haven't.
Nope. And he's done it on purpose. He has not used Brock or Darnell these last 2-3 games. because he wants Brian Kelly seeing all this other stuff, and it's like if Kirby is smart, which he is Kirby smart.
Pun intended.
Yes, if he is smart, Darnell needs to have at least 7 or 8 targets the next 3 games. This game, playoff, and championship game, because he is a first round pick. But how high he will go will depend on what he gives his stats. He's already the best blocking tight end in NFL. He's not even in the NFL. He's 6'7", 285, bro. Like, there's no tight end that's bigger than him. But if you can give him some stats, bro, over these next couple of games, I think it will make Kirby look good. And then also using Brock off of that. I would run him at levels. You know what I mean? One at the 5-yard, one at the 10. But anyway,
that's an interesting point because it's. I mean, you go 16-6 against Kentucky. Why are they not using the tight ends? It's like,
but that's to my point of the vanilla crap, bro. That's that whole like we're not going to use. It's almost like Kirby says we shouldn't have to use them to win. If y'all are so good,
bail them out or something. Maybe. Then.
Yes. But I know Kirby is a butthole in a good way, and I could see him telling them, we shouldn't have to do all that to win. You're better than they are on paper. They have 1 5-star on their entire team. You know what I'm saying? I could see him using that as a, like, go out there and prove it. And we're sitting there struggling, and he gets them in the huddle. I thought y'all were better than them. Coach, like, we're trying. Yeah, well, you're not trying hard enough. Like, I could just see him, bro, being that way. What's up, Harley?
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I could see it. But, yeah, what are your thoughts? I mean, like I said, I think you are going to get LSU's absolute best, and they do have the talent to stand toe for toe. Like I said, I just don't think they have the offense. I think Georgia's defense is way too good for them. That running factor for Jaden Daniels, I just don't see it happening. But what do you think? What you think?
I'm gonna go. I do agree it could be a close game. I know. I saw what Luke said, bro. I want to say it's a blowout, but knowing Kirby, he's just going to shut it down if it gets up. I'm going to say 35-10. I'm going to say he gets up and then he's vintage Kirby. Oh, we're good. We don't need to score more. Like, Kirby, it's the first half, bro. Yeah, I know, but if we score more, people will think we're really good. Yeah, exactly. Like, we need to go work on ourselves and get better. Kirby, you're up 35 points in the first half. It's Brian Kelly. It's Burger King. It's BK, bro. But
I agree.
Next, though, my good sir, please hit me with some transfer portal news because we have been seeing stuff left and right.
So I don't got all this. Let's talk about some rumors. Who's in the portal? All this. The main ones that I've seen so far: Hudson Card from Texas is in the portal.
Yeah.
Luke Altmaier, the quarterback for Ole Miss, the backup, that was rumored to start this year, is in the portal. Jeff Sims at Georgia Tech is in the portal. Those are the quarterbacks. Who else? I got my.
Wow. I did
Cade
see
McNamara
one
is in the portal.
Yes, I saw that one. I did see that one.
Which, how stupid is that?
Why you say that?
You can stay with the team and possibly win a natty, but you want to transfer now?
Yeah, why would you announce that?
Yeah, go through finish it off, bro. I don't know. You could win a natty. I mean, not you winning it, but you could win a natty with your team.
I did see that. Sir UJ says the running back from Bama.
Yeah, Trey Sanders. Yep.
And he was the number one running back. Yes, dude. Mm-hmm. And I also saw there was an offensive lineman that went in.
There's 2 offensive linemen at Bama in the portal.
Got you.
Christian Leary, I think, is in the portal, the wide receiver at Bama. Another wide receiver, I forget his name, is in the portal from Bama. Bama and A&M are, oh, man. L.J. Johnson from A&M, running back. He was a number 5 running back in the country that year.
Wow.
Knocking on the door of a 5-star. There's some serious people in the portal.
Luke said he'll still get a ring, even though he puts his name in the transfer portal if they were to win. Now, they're going to hate giving him that ring. If they win it, bro.
There you go. Bye.
Yeah, bro, not even looking. Just take it.
He's going to pick that thing up while they're not looking and just go right out the back door. He'll be like,
oh, yeah. Bro, he would sell it. Cade would sell it easy.
Wait, where do you go?
Yeah.
Need your chest.
Yeah.
Man, but there's a lot of them.
What's up, JC?
Kyrie Jackson, corner from Alabama. He was the number 2 corner in the country, 5-star in the portal. And a lot of these players haven't played much.
No,
Which
but what I think we're seeing, especially from the Texas A&M having like 5 or 6 guys already, there's supposed to be 4 more, total of 9. Bama having guys transfer. We're all realizing Waukee very soon, bro. I promise. Um, I think we're all realizing recruits now are starting to wake up of thinking down the road. You know what I mean?
hmm
Like they're really because a lot of people don't mind sitting back and going, all right, I'll wait my turn. Like at Georgia, that was something Kirby was really proud to say. Last year we had nobody transfer out. Nobody.
Well,
Like,
it's very it's both of those things because a lot of them don't want to sit. That's what a lot
agreed.
of that's the whole point about a lot of these transfers. A lot of them don't want to sit. I'd have to look this up. I heard the amount of people in the portal right now is astronomically huge. I'd have to look it up, but it's because the kids aren't getting the playing time. Maybe they're highly rated. They're coming in and not getting to play the first year. I know that's the case for a good bit of them. Avante Williams is a cornerback from Miami that Florida wanted. He was a high rated 4-star. He hasn't played hardly much at all. He's in the portal. Like I think a lot
Now,
of it is to do with that too.
now to give me your opinion on this, I think the coaches that are honest about it, and this is why like I love when these players say like Kirby's he's honest he's with these players. Like when you come in, you're not promised playing time. Like you're gonna have to work for
hmm
it, but you know that you're going to be taught by somebody who has proven he can get you there. And what's happening with these other players, if you want to go sit and you want to learn, that's great. There's a payoff for it, and that's awesome. But if you don't, that's okay too, but don't commit to a big program just because it's a big program. Because now when you go in the transfer portal, you're not just going to from Bama to Ohio State. These players are going from Bama and all these other schools, like they're dropping tiers, like
hmm
levels. They're not going to big schools because those schools have already recruited who they want. But I will say, Ole Miss is going to take their hand and they're going to put it in that bucket of transfers, like the little candy
Yeah.
machine, bro. And they
Oh
just
yeah.
going to pull out a whole bunch of them.
But so yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Some of these programs, like for Georgia, for example, that Kirby been there so many, so long of a time, and you got these talented players in there, and they know all this coming into the program. But
Yeah,
it's these other programs where they're not getting the playing time, or the coach changes, culture's not what they thought it was. Maybe they just don't work their ass off like the coach wants. Something just doesn't work out, and then they leave. But as far as these other big programs, that's why you don't see as many or well, you don't see as many elite talent leave at the big programs because they're being utilized in the right way. Usually, that's usually the case. Like, and
I
that's
agree.
really the thing you got to think about with these transfers. Which ones are project kids, or which ones are
Yes,
are you getting a sold bag of goods with this kid or not? Like, is he going to be a top performer coming into the program? And that's what it's hard to find. It's talent evaluation and all that. And personality,
agreed.
like that's the hardest thing about the transfer portal now, because it's like recruiting a player after they've already been in college. It's way different than
Agreed.
recruiting them when they're in high school. So it's way more tricky now. It seems like way more tricky.
Well, oh, and Luke makes a good point. Talking about Miami buying a bunch of recruits.
Mm-hmm.
What if this same thing happens at Miami that just happened at Texas?
You cutting in and out just a little bit. Yeah, that's a great point too. I mean, Miami is dropping that bag, but we saw what
Am I
happened with the
back?
culture. Yeah, you're good now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, good. Sorry.
yeah.
I was saying, saying that, but I did want to make this point. I do appreciate the honesty part, and I'm speaking just from what I know about Georgia because I know Fisher knows. Like I listen to as much Georgia stuff as I can. We had 4 5-star cornerbacks come in this past year. Not one of them has played more and has not played in more than 2 games. So they're all 4 going to redshirt. But like you said, it's what are you going to be? You're going to be the project guy. You're going to be this. And I think with Kirby, if you have a 5-star come in, they expect to get playing time, unless it's like, hey, look, fishing. I got Chris Smith, who is a safety. He's a 4-year player. He's going to get drafted. I got Keely Ringo. He'll get drafted. You're a 5-star, but I want you to come in and take your whole first year, get redshirted, but then I want you to pick up that role and I want you to start for us. like the following year.
That's the difference. That's the difference. Yeah.
Yes, it's that like, oh wow, so this is gonna be me next year. Let me get to work, bro. Let me get my craft. Let me get everything perfect instead of, man, when am I gonna play, dog? Man,
And you know
like
what? That shows a lot of maturity about these kids too. I mean, if you because we're kind of getting back, we went so far up that we have to go back down a little bit into reality, into like older school of it. Because in the old days, man, you have to come into a program and sit behind the starters and learn from them. And then when they leave, it's your turn. It's
that
the
is
cycle.
very true,
It's
bro.
the cycle. So we had to actually like come back down a little bit, because
Yeah.
if you get these immature kids that just want to play right off rip, get a bunch of money, play off right off rip, they're going to be in the portal the next year, and they're not going to ever do anything for you. And not only that, but you spent money on them and all of that. So it's
And
a
you
big
can't
mature thing to me.
you can't do that in the NFL.
Oh
Can't just
no,
up and leave when you want. Like you
and
got to fight for it.
you can't go where you want to go.
Agreed. No, I like that point though. It is getting back to the old school.
Yeah,
I know we were talking about um, what is it? A little bit of Texas A&M. I think that was huge for me, was seeing a few of those recruits, because like this one in particular, I'm trying to scroll up to it. Oh yeah, the linebacker, former number one linebacker in the nation. Like, to see that this man is, transferring out there. I don't know, that to me, just that's very odd, because if you're the number one linebacker in the nation, I feel like either you should have gotten playing time, or you're promised a spot the following year, your redshirt,
hmm
freshman or sophomore year. And it just, I don't know, you tell me. Like, if you're the number one player in the nation, why would you be moving? Why would you be transferring?
if I don't, I guess they get a bad draft grade and they don't. That's one thing. All these players get a draft grade at the end of the year and decide where they want to stay or not. But it's really hard to tell, man, because we don't see a lot of stuff that goes on in the program. And like we're talking
That's
about
true
playing
too.
time and stuff, we're talking about the stuff that happens on the field that we see. We look at stats, playing time, what have they done for the program, that kind of stuff. But we don't see how they are in practice, how they are with the coaches. So maybe, and I guarantee it happens. I mean, some of them just don't get along. So maybe that's it's something like that. But yeah, bad grades, it could be anything like that.
I guess I didn't think about that. That is true. Um, a lot of different things go into it. I'm curious. Eventually, somebody's going to talk. You know,
I think so too. Yeah, yeah. We'll start to hear more a little bit.
you just got too many people leaving Texas A&M for one of them not to talk.
Yeah. Well. Actually, it's funny. On Twitter, somebody posted. So the whole A&M recruiting class got the bag and then left where they went to where they actually wanted to go. And then one of the players that is in the portal transfer, or that he retweeted it. So that was funny.
Wow. Well,
Basically
but
saying, yeah, pretty much that's what we did.
but it just goes to show too, though, that there was nothing making them stay. Like,
Yeah.
that's, I don't know. I just feel like
And,
that's sad, bro.
yeah, man, it is. And there's so much to dive into. I'm looking up how many players are in the portal now, but another point to make real quick is just how many of them are never going to find a home. There's so many in here and so many high profile names, but a lot of these players are never going to find a home, and that's a whole other problem in itself.
Well, and that goes to show though that, like I was saying, a lot of these people already have recruiting classes. So if you already have the certain number of scholarships given out, you can't just go out and get a bunch. And it's like Ole Miss, they play it perfect. They can't recruit very well. They don't have the facilities to. So you spend about half your recruitment on players in high school, and the other half you go out and get your Zach Evans, and you go out and get your D lineman or your whoever it is. But this year, there's so many good players in the transfer portal. I could see Lane Kiffin loading up, bro, and not
Yeah,
just on
yeah,
1 year players, bro. I
yeah.
could see him loading up on some of these.
And everybody's looking at all these Texas A&M kids, and they're like, they're going to be looked at heavy and recruited heavy.
There's a reason they had the number one class. Like, it's not like these are just regular players. These are all top 10 in their position players. Like, that's
Yeah,
the crazy part.
yeah. Like I said, that running back from 2021 on A&M,
Yes,
he had 10 carries one year, 11 carries another year, averaging 7 yards a carry, but only 10 or 11 carries both years. I don't know anything about him if he's injured or not or anything like that. But like I said, he was a number 42 overall and number 5 running back in the country. That's pretty much a damn 5-star running back
exactly.
with fresh tread on the tires, like brand new.
Yeah, I know. Like, okay, and I'll finish up on this, but like the running back from Alabama that's transferring, I would
Mm-hmm.
not be surprised if he went to like Michigan, somewhere where they're using their running back. But it's like, bro, when he's gone, we only have one other guy. You could be the second. Now we have two going at the same time. Michigan's done really, really good at that. They remind me of Georgia because they do that two running back system or multiple
Yeah.
running backs getting a lot of carries. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to look at where I think some people are going to go. I think you guys will get one of those Texas A&M players. I think you guys will get an offensive player.
I hope so. Give me a linebacker. I need a
I
linebacker.
think that, or I think you would get an offensive lineman, one of those from Bama. I know
Yeah.
Jordan Travis from Florida State retweeted when the Oregon wide receiver, former 4-star, he entered the transfer portal. He retweeted it, and he retweeted one of the offensive linemen from Bama. So he's already doing recruiting. Florida State's doing good, but he's already thinking about next year.
Yeah. If he comes back. Mm-hmm.
That's a good player, bro. That's a good
Mm-hmm.
leader right there.
Yep.
So,
Sure is.
anyways, bro,
Sure
what's
is.
next? What's next? What you got?
Man. So I guess we got to talk about this, right? This Jalen Kitna thing from Florida. If nobody's heard the news, the kid, the second string quarterback, probably if Anthony Richardson leaves this year, would have been the starting quarterback next year, has been arrested for child P word.
Yeah,
And so, um, I don't know, man. It's kind of disgusting to me. It's crazy. He shared a
it's
picture of somebody of an age unknown on a Discord server.
and I was telling Fish, and I'm curious, is it like somebody that he's dating that's in high school? Is it something like that? But then for him, but for him to share it on a Discord, it's like, I don't feel sorry for you, bro.
Nah, yeah,
That's stupid, bro. You knew better than that.
and not only that, like, so if it really is child, then that's just entirely a whole. Just your career is done. Your
Oh
dad
yeah,
is John Kitna. I mean, you're like a legacy. You're a legacy quarterback. Like in your college career is pretty much done. But anyway, like it could have been a 17-year-old girl, maybe somebody he's dated, done something with. I don't know, anything like that, and it would be. I don't know. The child P word really puts it into perspective though, because that's some strong word. Like that's
it is,
a strong
and
charge.
and they don't, like I was telling, they don't take it easy. Like the law,
They
like
shouldn't.
anytime they see that, bro, they go wild. Falcons fan, facts, bro. We'll go real quick on this, but he's talking about the quarterback that got his scholarship taken away for rapping a rap song.
Yeah, Marcus Stokes. He was a 4-star recruit,
I
and all
thought
he
that
was
was
doing was
dumb.
rapping. I thought it
I
was
th-
too.
but like I said, I know I can't say anything. Not saying I can't. I'm saying like it doesn't matter what we say. It doesn't change anything.
Yeah,
But I do think that that's a little too
because what I
much.
mean, what do they walk around campus saying all the time, man? They're
Yeah,
singing in the locker rooms, like it's
it's not like he was driving and just yelling at people on the
yeah,
sidewalk. Like
yeah.
that's when
Hey,
I'd be like, okay, yes,
you
like
are a tan male.
yeah, exactly, bro, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that, and that's
I was telling Slim about this though, because we got Jaden Rashada, that was the quarterback commit when he skirted us for Miami. He ended up flipping back to us, and then which he's really really high ranked, way more than he was than Marcus Stokes. And I think they just found a reason because we had our quarterback now, and they just let him go. I really do think that was why, because it just seems so petty.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I
Yeah,
see what you're saying. What's up, Zona? I ain't say yeah. Well, I was about to say ain't seen Zona in a minute. Ain't seen none of y'all in a minute, man. I love
you
y'all.
seen nobody in a minute, man. You been
Yeah.
gone. You been
your
gone.
boy has rose. I can't say that.
Yeah.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. But anyways, all right. So before yeah, go ahead. I was about to ask if you have anything.
one more interesting rumor, and I don't think this will happen, and I'll tell you why I don't like it. But real quick, but so the rumor is First off, the rumor is Anthony Richardson is sitting out of the bowl game. That's number one. So that leads me to think he's going to the NFL. But the rumor is that Sam Hartman is talking to Florida about transferring to Florida.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I don't like this because, well, I'm not gonna say I don't like it. I would take Sam Hartman all day, but he's in that air raid offense at Wake Forest, and he like for what we do, this RPO, run the ball all the time stuff, and he's like a pass it 40 times a game type of quarterback. I don't know how it would fit, so I don't know how I feel about it, and I don't think the rumor's probably gonna happen, but it was something that came up. So
okay, Luke said he said himself.
Okay. Then it's yeah. Then it's not a rumor anymore. But
Okay.
he was probably thinking about it, and so that was what that was.
Okay. Let's
But go
see
ahead.
this. I want to go over real quick, and hey, in the chat, this is something that I really want you guys to be a part of too. I'm going to pull up the SEC. We're going to go over the teams, and we're going to give them a rating, 1 through 10. Okay. From what we know so far.
Agreed.
The reason why I say rating is because I want to do like 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Because if we do a grade, well, you know what? Let's do a grade. Let's do a grade.
Want to do a grade? Okay.
Yeah. All right. First one we'll start with. Let's go Alabama for this year's grade.
We're going to take coaching staff, tenure, all this into quarterback talent, all this into perspective.
And I want it for just this year though.
Yeah. Okay.
So for Alabama, I'm gonna go for this year. I'm gonna go B plus. I know for Bama, it's not a good year in their eyes. Losing 2 games is not terrible, and being in the top 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna go B.
Okay.
Go B.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. JC says B minus. Luke says Alabama gets an R for retire. I like it. I like it.
Hey, they lost to both their rivals, man. Both of their biggest rivals. That's not good.
It's very true.
I could see B minus or even C plus because of that for Bama standards. So yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go down. I'm gonna go LSU for this year. I'm gonna go A minus because they have played way better than people thought. First year head coach. You're in the SEC championship game. Even though you've lost 2 games, I don't know, or actually 3 games. I still have to give you. I got to give you your flowers, bro. They sucked last year.
I'm gonna have to go A minus too. If they didn't lose that A&M game, it could have been an A or A plus. But
yes, agreed. Agreed.
But yes, he's done great this year. LSU's they've been looking pretty good for first year and everything.
Falcons fan, facts. Okay, let's all right, let's do this thing. All right, we got Ole Miss. Oh, this sucks. I'm gonna go C. Whoa. I'm gonna go C plus for them. It would be a B minus, but they crapped the bed the last 2 games, dude.
Yeah.
Man, that's
Let Auburn talk get to him. Let Auburn talk.
It may have been. It may have just been frustrated, bro.
Dude, the fans were chanting Auburn
Agreed.
and stuff like of opponent fan bases. They were chanting like Auburn at the games and stuff. Like people were giving them a hard fucking time.
I agree. Luke says C for choke. I agree with you. Sir UGA says C minus. We got C. Okay, good. I like it.
Yeah, give us in the chat too. Yeah,
I like Mississippi State for the same thing. I'm giving them a C. They went 8-4 this year, but their games were so weird. They'd either play really well or terrible, bro.
Yeah, and it's just because they don't have consistent talent all around. That's just really what it is. They don't commit to running the ball at all, and sometimes they got to. Will Rogers Will Rogers is a little bit underwhelming this year just because of the inconsistency. I'm gonna go B for them. They're number 23, 24 in the playoff rankings. They're ranked.
Mississippi State?
Yeah. After beating Ole Miss. I think so.
Well, it's crazy. They're 3-5 in the SEC.
I know.
That's crazy though. But either way, so I like that. I mean, not 3, they're 4-4. Sorry, Arkansas is 3-5. Arkansas, Auburn, and Texas A&M are all going to get a D, overall D. I guess D is the lowest we can go. They're going to get the D.
A&M, Arkansas, and who?
A&M, Arkansas, and Auburn.
We got to give out an F somewhere, right?
Well, I was thinking D would be the lowest. If F,
Well,
then I'm
actually, hold on. Whew. A&M is an absolute F
okay.
because of
F.
the situation, the talent, everything. A&M is an absolute F.
You know what? We will do that. Yes, I like that idea. D for Arkansas and Auburn. Shown a little bit of fight in some random games here and there, but Texas A&M F because
Yeah, they should not have that kind of record and be playing so bad. I'm gonna go D- for Arkansas just because they have not been playing well. I guess I'll go flat D, but they haven't been playing that good this year, and I had really high hopes for them. I mean, the quarterback coming back, they got transfers coming in everywhere. The defensive and the linebackers were really good, some of the best in the SEC. They lead the SEC in rushing for a lot of parts of the year. But just as far as product on the field and winning games, they didn't do it. So.
agreed.
Yeah, D.
I like it. We're gonna go to the East now. Georgia. I'm gonna say A minus. Well, I'm
That's all I
saying
was
A
saying.
minus. I'll say A minus.
Yeah.
I want to say A. I wanted to say A plus, but I'm like, now are we undefeated? Are we about to play an SEC champ? That's great, but like you said for Texas A&M, and I have to hold the same standard. Texas A&M has all that talent, and then you've done that. Georgia has all this talent. We have the coaching. We have all of it. But then going against games like Missouri and Kent State, and we struggle. No matter if it's controlled or not, you should do better.
Yeah, I completely agree. And you got to think about how many players went to the draft last year too, and what people were thinking. Some people were thinking about that team.
That's very true. That's why I won't go lower than an A minus.
Yeah,
because of all the players that you lost,
mm-hmm.
and they had to fill those shoes. And not only did they, but the team's stats are around the same, and the offense is better. Like that's tough, bro. That's between an A minus and an A.
Yeah, I agree.
I like. You know what, you guys in the chat, y'all are giving me a good point or a good thing. Next year when we do this around this time, right before SEC championship game, we can do this too. Let's pick team of the year and coach of the year. Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, but we're going to Tennessee. I'm gonna give Tennessee. Oh,
it's Tennessee
I'm
now.
gonna give them an A minus.
I'm gonna give them an A for what Tennessee's been. I'm gonna give them an A.
No, I get that.
Just for the circumstances, yeah. Give Tennessee an A, man.
Bro, hold on.
Uh-oh. He flipped sideways, man. Flip sideways. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Let's read these comments till he gets back. Y'all just arguing. Y'all ain't doing nothing but arguing. Nothing but arguing. I don't even know if we. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, cool. My man's got to join back in.
Whoa! Hey, we back, son.
All right,
we back.
I was trying to read comments, but they just arguing with each other.
It's all good. That's what we like, Big Dog.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so
what's up, Neo?
You know, to go through it, I know we were going as far as teams go.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee. So I had A minus. You had A, which is still, I love that. What did we have next? Who do we have next? Thinking in the East. Let's go Florida, since you happen to be a Florida man.
My honest opinion on Florida?
Yeah.
Go A plus. It's echoing a little bit.
What you said? You hear an echo?
I think it's good now.
Okay.
Now on the real though, I'm gonna go C minus.
Hey man, first year head coach though. I mean, I'm giving y'all D minus, bro.
I was gonna go D.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah. With yeah. I don't know. I just give me a flat C, I guess. I mean, I'm too hard on my team sometimes, but we've done a lot of bad this year. A lot of good too, as far as the running game and all that. But you got one of the most talented quarterbacks in the country, best athletes in the country, and you're playing him like that. I don't know. defense is terrible. Some C minus or flat C.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you think from the outside looking in?
I was gonna give them
I examine way too much about it though.
I was gonna say B minus or C plus. I think just because there are some games you guys played really good. There's a lot of games you guys only lost by one score. So it's not like you went and got blown out every game. You were competing. It's just
this is
I
true.
think
Plus beat Utah at the beginning of the
it's not, like I said, it's not like you went and got blown out every game. I
Yeah,
mean, heck,
give me a C plus.
Tennessee got their tail handed to them by South Carolina. We
Yeah,
still gave them A minus.
I got you. That's true. That's true.
Like,
Give me C plus.
all right, I like it. We'll have a C plus over here.
I instantly, I had like PTSD, man. I started thinking about all the stuff that makes me mad. I was like, oh, I'm D minus.
You just had like the different like pictures.
Yeah, man. I was sitting there like pop, 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 pop. But
okay, all right. Next, let's go with
what you got for B minus?
Yeah, I'm going B minus.
Okay, I got you.
I have a feeling they're going to be decent next year for real. South Carolina.
I agree, Jay.
South Carolina, I'm going a flat A. A flat A, bro. Straight, like, beating Clemson, beating Tennessee, Shane Beamer, albino man, light-skinned chocolate milk quarterback, Spencer Rattler. Like, bro.
That man look like a Milky Way bar.
Yes, he do. The inside of it, too. Yes, bro. He look like nougat. The stuff that's
like
inside
nougat,
of Milky Way.
Nougat. No, nougat.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm giving him an A. I really like watching South Carolina, bro.
I'm gonna give them, man. As far as overall season, I guess I'm gonna go A minus. They played so bad at sometimes, but then you turn around, and you destroy Tennessee, and then Clemson too. It's got to count for something. So yeah, they outdid the expectation, especially in the first half of the season. After that Florida game, South Carolina's were about to jump off a cliff.
I know.
So,
well, and that's the part of Shane Beamer kind of getting his feet wet. It's a lot different playing in the SEC. Like, it's not like Luke Fickell going to Wisconsin. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Billy Napier going to Florida. Like, you didn't get to go hang out in a conference where everybody's trash. Like, you had to play teams that don't care about your feelings. But
it'd be interesting too to rate the coaches.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Anyway,
next, I'm gonna go Missouri. I'm gonna give them a C minus, maybe even a D plus. They played terrible, but then there were some games where they played decent. They actually got more wins than we thought they would. So I'm gonna go D plus. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go C minus. Missouri hadn't been good.
How many wins do they have? I have not paid attention to them. I don't think nobody's paid attention to them lately. Yeah, they played Arkansas. I forget who won.
Oh, they're 3-5 in the SEC. Okay, they're 6-6. Let's see.
6-6. So they're going to a bowl game.
Look at them,
bro. They beat Arkansas. Arkansas is going to a bowl game too. They're both 6-6.
They beat Vandy. They beat South Carolina.
What a joke! The SEC was a mess this year, dude.
It was very up and down.
It was very up and down. I mean, the fact that Mizzou is 6-6 and so is Florida, and then Florida. I mean, we beat Mizzou, and then we're definitely better than Mizzou. That's weird. I'm gonna go C minus. I think that Mizzou should be looking a little bit better under Drinkwitz at this point, and they haven't done too much, but they kind of do exactly what they're supposed to do. So yeah, just give me like a C minus.
Sir UGA said we need to go to a number system. I feel like I'm back in class.
You get it. You get a Z.
Talk loud. Talk loud, Sir UGA.
We'll make this LGBTQ friendly. You get a Z.
There you go. Yeah, a Z for xylophone. Wait,
a Z for Zen, right? or Zilch.
Yeah. Yeah. JC says Mizzou is T for terrible.
Yeah, T for terrible, bro.
All right, we're gonna go Kentucky. I'm giving them an F.
You giving them what?
I'm giving them an F.
Whew. Yeah. Is there such thing as F plus or F minuses?
F. I don't know. Sorry, UJ, you out, bro?
I'm gonna give him a D minus. Kentucky, nah. Kentucky was picked to win 10 games again this year. They're barely going to a bowl game, and it's because they got all their winning done in the beginning of the season. Kentucky
Dude,
terrible. Will Levis is terrible. Give me a D
okay.
minus.
So you're giving them the D. Kirby's giving them the D.
Giving them the D.
Got it. Okay. Let's go. Rolling in the deep. All right. Last but not least, and this is my team of the year in the SEC, Vanderbilt. It is Vanderbilt, bro. Vanderbilt is played way above their pay grade. I'm going A plus. Their history for the last however long has been terrible, bro.
Man.
Vandy comes into this season at 5-7 and 2-6 in the SEC. They have not won an SEC game in the last 26 games. This year they win 2 of them. 5-7 in the season.
No bowl game, man. That's a shame. Vandy ain't going to a bowl game. I would have loved to see that.
Very, very true. But I think that does wonders for Vandy's recruiting going into this offseason. Hey, it also does wonders for them being able to get some transfers, bro.
That's
you
what
just proved that you could. Yes, dude. That is great. They lost to South Carolina 38-27. Like,
give me an A for Vandy, man. And the thing is with Vandy, you're never gonna be a top, right? Like you're not gonna be a top team in the SEC. You're just not, especially with this NIL crap going on. Like they're just not gonna. It's not gonna happen. But for you to do what they did, and they beat the last time they beat Florida at it was in Nashville. Yeah, it was like 1980 something, and they beat them this year. That's a brutal stat right there, but it's true.
I think Florida is stronger than Vandy for sure, but that is probably a game where maybe like coach went into overlooking them, like it's Vandy, and then all of a sudden, dang it, they came to play. And
I think so.
Listen to this. Jay says Kentucky gets a D for giving their coach $9.5 million a year.
Yeah, well, Kentucky. What happened?
Oh yeah, CJ facts. CJ with the facts. This is their coach's second year at Vandy.
Clark Lee, second year.
And then his going into his third year, if he misses around and gets some transfers in, dude, that's what we need though. That's exactly what we need in the SEC.
That's a good point, Jay. I'm leaning Kentucky F. They're paying that man all that money. They still can't recruit. He wins 10 games every 8 years, and that's it. Yeah, give me give me Kentucky with an F plus. Screw that. Kentucky, man, screw Kentucky.
I like it. I'm gonna go Vandy for team of the year for the SEC just for their huge turnaround. Give that coach his credit. Now, I want to give him coach of the year because that is amazing.
I already know who I got as coach of the year.
Are you going Kirby Smart? Hey, I like it, my boy. That's what I'm talking about. Wait,
no, sir. No, sir. Well, did we going nationwide or just SEC?
SEC, bro.
SEC, man.
We can do both. We'll do SEC and then we can do after. What you got for SEC or Nation, whichever one you had on your mind.
SEC Coach of the Year is Heupel.
I like it. Yeah,
Heupel.
I like it.
Nationwide, it's Sonny Dykes at TCU.
Oh yes, bro. Give it to the Dykes. I like it.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I like it.
What you think?
I guess Coach of the Year is between Heupel and Vandy's coach.
Clark, yeah.
I'm gonna go Heupel just because like me congratulating Vandy for not finishing last. I mean, that's like telling your kid, now you didn't finish first, you finished 98th out of 100. Let's go get ice cream. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Who's your worst SEC Coach of the Year?
Oh, who you think, bro? The clown.
Tell him.
Over there.
Tell him.
Jimbo.
Tell him, man. Tell him.
Jimbo Fisher, bro.
Tell him.
Yeah. Hey, Slim says the same thing. He says TCU got Coach of the Year, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree, dude.
Yeah.
Sure. Waukee, facts, bro. Brian Kelly, he deserves a little credit. Teams in the SEC championship, no matter what.
True. That is true.
Oh man.
I don't know. That's true. Yeah. I could see the argument for both those.
No.
Stop calling TB, man. Well, look what y'all did. Who called TB? Why did y'all do this? Can't hear you, man. There we go.
Hold on, bro. Dude's calling me. The one that always jumps on the show. He doesn't jump on the show, but he jumps in and calls me to try to troll me.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and I'm just like, dang, bro. This man was searching around to see who he could try to troll, bro. And he
Must be bored,
okay.
man.
Yeah, we're good. All right, we should be good now. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So look, I guess what I'll say is
Well, actually, no, but I can still hear you.
okay, you can't
It's
hear
a
me.
little
Well,
bit.
let me jump on. I'm gonna jump
It's
on my
bubbly.
laptop. That way, that person can call me.
All right.
But, anyways, Saban was supposed to be competing for Natty. Is that bust of the year? Oh, is it?
If we take A&M out of it, yeah, probably.
Okay.
With the talent Bama has.
Yeah.
And yeah, they nah. They shouldn't have lost. So LSU and Tennessee, man, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'll tell you what he does need is he needs some new assistants. That's what he needs. Good thing for Bama fans, they're probably going to get it, but
Oh yeah. You ready for this?
I could see Saban going after TCU offensive coordinator, Lincoln Riley's brother.
Oh, easy.
I could see him going after him.
I got a surprise for you.
What that?
3, 2.
Okay. We live, bro.
Okay. Let's go. Much clearer.
So now that way that dude can call my phone as much as he wants and it doesn't bother us.
There we go.
Turn it down real quick.
You thought, bro. You thought.
But I like it. I like it a lot. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So anyways, back to what we teams go. I like that idea as far as the Vandy deal. I think that's great. I like the idea of Josh Heupel getting over him. I do. Like I give him a lot of credit, bro. Coach of the year
Yeah.
though for the nation.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it would have to be TCU, bro. Because I mean, right behind him,
You could
all
go.
the
You
people
could go
around that
Lincoln
you have.
Riley. I mean, you could go Dan Lanning, possibly. You go Dan Lanning.
Well, how about this, bro? They dropped Oregon 9 spots for their third loss. Guess how many spots Clemson dropped from losing to South Carolina?
1.
1.
Bull.
Yeah, bro. That's
They screwed
crazy
that playoff ranking up.
bro.
I would flip Penn State
don't know,
and
that's wild,
Bama in
bro.
that playoff ranking. I would flip them.
Yeah, me too. Me too, for sure.
Yeah, Jay, don't it seem to be those two? It does. Yeah, it does.
All right, well, what you got, big dog?
I think that's it, man.
What you got real quick? How you want to end this off then? Well, that was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah, little quickie one. Little quick first one.
That was good? That was good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I told you I wanted it to be around 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
I know. I knew it was going to go longer because it's been a while and there was so much crap to talk about. I knew it'd go longer though. But that's all right.
Agreed. Facts. Well, hey, thank y'all for coming on, people. We'll be back at it hopefully Wednesday, which we should be next Wednesday. We're going to talk about the winner of this SEC championship game, Georgia, and hopefully we'll be able to tell you, our opinions on the games, thoughts, and we'll just see how it goes, bro. But yeah,
we're gonna end up.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we'll end the season out as we should, and then we'll end up having segments, like you said. We'll have segments and really get some off-season news, that kind of stuff, some actual some things that you actually search for. That's so y'all don't got to worry about it. So that's the whole point.
Yes. Agreed.
Even
Love
though
you
y'all
guys.
know it, y'all junkies.
Facts. Love y'all. And yeah, we'll be back at it. Octavian, love you, bro. We'll be back at it for real. Y'all be safe. Boy Fishing and I are out. Make sure you guys subscribe to Fishing. And I'll see you Saturday night, guys, on Fishing Show. So yeah. Bye, y'all. Peace.
Deuce.